Good morning, everybody. Coach B with NXT Combat Sports and Bateman Taekwondo Kwan. So today I want to talk about a very commonly mispronounced word in Korean martial arts, and that is the training uniform. I often hear, especially among English speakers, it referred to as a Dobok or a Do-Bok. We use the word Dobok. And I want to do two things. I want to give a brief introduction to Korean Hangul, and I also want to talk about the importance of vowels. So let's start there. S-H-U-T, to shut the door. S-H-I, I'm just going to stop right there because we know where that goes wrong, right? So Korean, a little bit different from English, a little closer to Spanish even. Vowels have a constant. So in Korean, to change the sound of a vowel, we must add an additional character for an additional vowel sound to compound. As opposed to English, where a vowel can commonly have 3 or more individual sounds. So what I want to do is I want to start right here with this character. This is the vowel sound for a long O. Where do we see that very commonly? In the word Taekwondo. Note again the long O sound, Taekwondo. Now we know communally that this is an O sound. We never mistakenly use a U or an A or an I, so we don't just randomly replace vowels, right? Taekwondo. So bear in mind this upside down T shape is the vowel for the long O. Where else do we find that? We find it in O, Do, Kwan. Consistent vowel sound being a long O. So let's move on to the Korean spelling of the Dobok. Okay? So bear in mind, once again, we see that upside down T character, and we've already determined through Taekwondo and O-Do Kwan that that is a consistent long O sound. That is where we arrive at the Dobok as opposed to Do-Bok or Do-Bok. So I always try to go back to Korean Hangul when pronouncing or trying to figure out how to best pronounce a Korean word, because after all, it is a Korean martial art. Now, of course, if we only look at the romanization, it becomes confusing because, of course, like we stated earlier, Roman vowels in the English language can often have multiple different sounds. But remember, Hangul maintains a consistent in regard to those vowels. Give me your thoughts and opinions, guys. One love, Coach B with NXT Combat Sports and Bateman Taekwondo Kwan.